How KFC was made from a gas station chicken recipe. Kentucky Fried Chicken, known today as KFC, was incorporated in 1955 by Colonel Highland Sanders in Corbin, Kentucky. Sanders was born in 1890, and at the age of 12, he left home to work as a farmhand. At the age of 15, he left the farm to work a series of jobs with mixed success. By 1929, Sanders had opened his own gas station in Corbin, Kentucky. Sanders, by all accounts, used to enjoy using the recipes his mother taught him to make pan-fried chicken, country ham, fresh vegetables, and homemade biscuits, to name but a few. And news began to spread far and wide, enabling him to open a 142-seat restaurant and motel nearby, the Highland Sanders Court and Cafe. In 1936, Sanders was honored with the title Kentucky Colonel by the state's governor. Around this time, Sanders also managed to perfect a method of speeding up the cooking process for his chicken, pressure cooking. By the early 1940s, Sanders had managed to perfect his original recipe of 11 herbs and spices. The advent of the Second World War and gas rationing forced him to shut shop as tourism dropped off. Colonel Sanders sold up and traveled to the United States to franchise his recipe to other restaurant owners. KFC, as we know it today, was born. His first franchisee, Peter Harmon, owned a hamburger restaurant in Salt Lake City, Utah. Using some of his money, he incorporated and took his recipe on the road around the US. By 1963, Sanders' recipe was franchised to more than 600 outlets in the United States and Canada. He was clearing more than $300,000 before taxes, and the business was getting too large for Sanders to handle. He sold much of his business to a group of investors in 1964 and moved to Canada, where he lived until his death in 1980. Through the 1970s and 1980s, it experienced mixed fortunes domestically as it went through a series of changes in corporate ownership. In the early 1970s, KFC was sold to the spirits distributor Hubline, which was taken over by the R.J. Reynolds Food and Tobacco conglomerate. That company sold the chain to PepsiCo. PepsiCo spun off its restaurants division as Tricon Global Restaurants, which later changed its name to Yum Brands. Today, the brand has more than 25,000 restaurants in over 145 countries and territories around the world. A true life-changing story.